Hello and welcome to this installment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we are looking at the cockpit cappings for the MGA Roadster models. Now those of you familiar with my channel will know I've actually already done a video of these, but I thought I'd just do another video because this is actually showing the early versions, which I do reference in the other video which showed the later versions. It's all related to the door tops. The door tops change between the earlies and lates. And this is showing the slightly different version here, but just generally as a rule of thumb, these are obviously all fully trimmed up. They're on ply and combination of ply and metalwork, as you can see here, depending on the capping. The door tops and the quarter elbow capping elements were always leather, whereas the rear capping here and the front dash crash roll there were normally always vinyl. They get piped on the outside perimeter on all the pieces, and then depending on who you ask or the car, the front dash top scuttle will also get piped on the bottom edge there, but some cars certainly left without that. Just to look at these in the book here, you can see, so we're talking about the dash top scuttle there, we're talking about the door tops around here, we're talking about the rear quarter elbow cappings as we refer to them, and then the rear tonneau capping at the back there. So yeah, we've done these in biscuit light tan. Customer over in America has sent us some of his originals actually, then we've replaced the rest of them as they were all a bit knackered, but we've tried to reuse some of his original parts and we fully trimmed them up as part of a complete trim kit. They are not particularly easy parts to trim, and we have been doing some recordings and photos of them to help guide our customers through that process, so stay tuned for that element of things. I've certainly got photos that I can send you if you get stuck. But yeah, these are obviously the aftermarket elements here that we can supply. They all have all the necessary pilot holes there for the fixings on the bottom, which obviously we have pre-installed on the trimmed versions there. As you can see, so that's the rear capping there, which obviously gets piped on the top edge there. That's the vinyl piece there, and it goes directly onto the capping. These quarter elbow cappings, these are leather. These are, should we say, a bit of a pain in the backside to trim, but there is a method to it. As you can see, very neatly done there and piped again. Again, they have fixings pre-installed on those there. These are the ones here. You can see it's aluminium with a piece of fiberboard on the bottom, which allows you to tack, and some elements there for the fixings there. Then we've got the door tops. In fact, no, let me just jump to the dash top because this is consistent, the dash top. So dash top, yeah, it's a wooden panel again with fixings all the way along the bottom. We've piped it on both edges. Like I say, not all cars were, so if you know if your car was or wasn't, let us know and we can obviously do that accordingly. But if you're unsure, then what we recommend is we pipe it. It's very easy for you to take off piping, but it's very hard to put piping on there. So that's what we've done here, is put the piping on both edges. It's a wooden panel there. It has little fork metal pieces that come up the side here, and then it's got rubber all along here, which is then trimmed all the way around and becomes the crash roll as such there. Then the door tops, these are the ones that change between earlies and late. So like I say, the late versions we've already done a video of here. This is an example of some lates here, a pair of them taped together where they're all one piece birch ply that get trimmed around there, whereas these ones here, you can see a tiny little step there is the indentation. That is because these are the earlier ones, which are the ones that have these elements here, the metalwork on them. So you can imagine the wood for the metals of the early ones had this end piece missing and an allowance for that to sit on top, etc. So that's what these are here. You can see just about through there, you can see the backing of the fiberboard elements there. Again, fixings all pre-inserted, and it has the hole there for, I believe, the side screen window. So yeah, all fully trimmed up like that. Not the easiest bits in the world to trim, like I say, but yeah, we can supply these parts fully trimmed up. We supply the materials as standard in our trim panel kit, so bear that in mind, or we can supply the materials individually if you need only a few of them, but we do recommend you kind of buy them as a kit, and then everything matches up nice and evenly throughout. Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to go into too much detail on those, as the other video goes into quite a lot of details on there, so worth checking that out. The link will be in the description below. Just before I forget, there you can see the elements of the earlier version that I'm referring to there, with the metal going on those there. But yeah, be sure to check out the description below. Got lots of useful information and links to our website of where to buy these parts, and links to other useful videos, as well as other useful areas of our website, like the handbook blog area, which is an ever-growing resource for the industry on not just how we do things, which is rather unique to the industry, hence the reputation we have for our quality worldwide, but also useful, just interesting facts about these cars and the changes in the production in terms of the interior trim. That's all we do is interior trim, is therefore that's our only core focus. So we've got lots and lots of information. I'm trying to get it out there and spread the word. We like being the experts in the industry, and I like sharing that information with people. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.